What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow. Welcome back to another Farming Simulator 19 video here on the Xbox One. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the flat map. Welcome back, guys and gals, boys and girls of all ages. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so we're finally getting to use our combine for the first time. This is our combine. We did not use it last harvest. I already had the other one leased, so I just kept using it, and I kind of forgot that I had my own combine until I just tabbed around a second ago. Right when I jumped in the map, I was like tabbing, you know, as you do, or use the D-pad. I still call it tabbing. You know what I mean. Oh, missing horribly. Wow. First day playing Farm Sim, guys. Sorry. First day. My apologies. My apologies, but it happens, right? All right, so we are going to get this fired up. I will say, with all the fertilizer talk and the different ways to do this and to do that, and I kind of think I'm just going to do it the way I've been doing it. Except for there's one change I want to make. There's one change I want to make. So last time what I did is I actually did mess up. I did mess up. I'll admit this to you guys. Last time what I did is I fertilized, then I was supposed to turn the bi-fertilization off in the settings, and I did not. I forgot to turn that off. So he went out and planted, and the ground was still dark. So technically I think I paid for a fertilization that I didn't get, and then I had to let the crops grow and then fertilize it again. So I'm pretty sure I kind of got like hosed on that last part, or this planting, but that was my mistake. I just forgot to turn the setting off. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is just go back to do it the way I was doing it. It's the way I'm used to. It's kind of like set it and forget it, Rompo peel mode, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, kind of thing, you know. So there's that. Okay, so what we're actually going to be doing here today, I think I'm going to buy not a disc but a cultivator, and I think I want to go with this horse here. It's 12 meters. I mean, that's pretty good. It's double the size that our little plow is. Now we're going to keep our plow, obviously, because as we buy more plots of land, we need to plow them open, you know. But this will work for the cultivation step that just seems to work out quite well for me. Like I said, I think it's, well, this thing doesn't turn with us at all. I think it's half habit, just because I'm used to doing it that way, because that's how we do it on the PC. The other thing is, I don't remember what you guys said for a tractor. I feel like you guys said John Deere, but I can't remember now, and I'm probably ready to buy a tractor like right now. I mean, money would be a thing, you know. But I feel like there were comments that said John Deere, but now I can't. Ooh, wrong button. Didn't mean to push that button at all, actually. But I feel like there were comments a couple videos ago that said John Deere, and now I can't remember. So there's that. Yeah, I just totally forgot. And then the other option to work like last time was just to buy a seeder that doesn't have fertilizer. That's not a bad option either. But like I said, I'm used to running the cultivator. It's not a big deal. It's kind of habit at this point for me to go ahead and run the cultivator. So I think I'm gonna stay with the cultivator, guys. I think I need a traditional tractor for this thing too, or something articulated maybe. Jeepers creepers. Thing's not liking this this tractor, is it? The turning is going to be an issue. And of course it has to be on here because it's our big tractor for now. Horsepower rating anyway, so kind of like the old scoreboard, you know. A little bit. Just a little bit. I do appreciate the comments from the last video. I didn't realize Zero that you're running a a mixer and stuff. I did try to I did watch little snippets of a video on your YouTube there. But what I noticed was you didn't have a link in your description to your mixer. I very rarely go on Mixer. Let me be brutally honest there. I did go on Mixer and try to find you just to, you know, see how I don't know, just to see your page on Mixer. And is there a search feature on Mixer? I could search game. I don't think I couldn't like find a thing to search people. So you put a link in your description, and then I'll, you know, I won't follow you on Mixer because I don't have a Mixer account. Actually, I do have a Mixer account, but you know what I'm saying. I don't use Mixer, and I'm not a Mixer guy. So, I mean, I like blenders, and I guess those Ninja blenders are cool, but Ninja Mixer, get it? Okay, I'm trying to make a bad joke. It's just not gonna translate. Sorry. And we got like a full combine here, so hopefully he'll stop. Yeah, there we go. And the other thing is, I don't know how you guys run, and like I said, okay, maybe let me back up. I haven't tried multiplayer on console yet, on Xbox One here, since I got my Xbox One X. But on my old Xbox, multiplayer was the worst thing on earth. So maybe you're on an Xbox One X. I don't know. I'm not sure. But because it looks like you guys run multiplayer quite a bit, so pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Pretty cool. There's just a couple issues I have with console farm sim that makes me prefer the PC, but I actually wouldn't mind trying the console farm sim. It's just finding a night where it fits into my stream schedule, because we got so much other stuff going on. So just saying, which actually immediately following me recording this video, I'm probably not even gonna have time to edit and render this video. I gotta go stream. I gotta go stream. Twitch.tv/Puma. Link in the description, guys. Come say hi. So this video is actually gonna be out later this evening. Just because, you know. Well, first off, I need to wake up all the way. I'm not even awake yet, but I gotta go stream here in a little bit. I was kind of like a lazy bum this morning when I got out of bed and just like laid in bed and watched some YouTube on the tablet and didn't want to get out of bed. Yesterday was really bad though. I shouldn't even admit this, but I will, just because I'm that kind of person. Oh, this is gonna take a ton of babysitting, isn't it? Yeah, this is. Yesterday yesterday was really bad. My alarm went off. Normally my alarm goes off around, and keep in mind here, guys, when I say this, I'm up till 3 or 4 o'clock pretty much every night, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning, editing, working on things, you know, Minecraft farms, whatever, just usually something going on. And I'm a night owl. I am definitely a night owl, so mornings are not really my fave. I'm just saying, they never have been, they never will be. So normally my alarm goes off around 10 o'clock. Okay, I know that's not like the earliest, it's not the latest, it's just whatever, right? It's 10 o'clock. And I know I should probably get out of bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's like, I'm just going to bed. So my schedule's always kind of been, you know, if I could get away with it, I would definitely sleep in the mornings and stay up later. But yeah, so my alarm went off yesterday at like 10. I woke up, I got up, I even used the bathroom, I laid back down. Big mistake. If I can just stop myself from jumping back in bed every morning, man, that would just be great. But I made the fatal mistake of jumping back into bed, and yeah, next thing I know, it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was sleeping real good. Like I was gone, you guys. I was gone. So from 10 o'clock or like 10:15 to 1 like p.m. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, man, I slept like a baby. I was God. And just saying that I've had to yawn after saying I was sleeping so sound. Oh goodness, that happens, right? But yeah, it was great, man. I got some good sleep yesterday in those couple hours there. I was loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm just saying. I almost feel like we need another tractor. And I know I said that in the past, but I don't know if we have money for it right now. I should probably go try to pull up comments from like a couple videos ago while we're kind of babysitting a combine here. I believe I can do that and that, you know, at the same time. I don't remember what you guys have said now a couple videos ago. I know you said something, but I don't know what it was. How about that? Oh, I open my YouTube and the first thing I see is Christmas light videos. Distracted much? Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. Let's go back to this video here. A couple videos ago, I'm not seeing anything about tractors. Okay, let's go back to the previous video. I believe there were comments about what tractor I should get. I believe there was. If not, I'm just gonna go buy one. Oh, and I'm not really interested in the speed glitch. Oh, and the other comment that I have been seeing an absolute ton of lately is what happened to Mike. Guys, he quit like 3 years ago. He got different crap in his head. He quit like 3 years ago. Doesn't want anything to do with YouTube. Doesn't want anything to do with any of this stuff. Okay. He flat out just quit. And you know, I think it's a very fair statement to say that we had what you would describe as creative differences. All right, we need to clean this end of the field up. This is not. Every time he does this is gonna happen. Because I overplowed when I was plowing. I plowed the next plot a little bit by accident, so there's that. But we had some creative differences, and at the time he quit, the YouTube channel was making a quite a bit of money, honestly, considering, I mean, the most money that we had made on YouTube. And it's just money and a little bit of differences between people, and things just went south. And that's honestly like the long and the short of it. Like that's the truth. Like things just went south between us on a personal level, and really to this day we still don't really talk a ton. You know, I see him, he comes to the farm, and as we were going through everything with Mom, he was, you know, fairly present for all of that stuff. Which was good. I mean, not as much as could have been, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna rag on him for that too much. I mean, I want to, don't get me wrong, but you know, I won't rag on him too much for that. It is what it is, you know. Where are we taking this? We're taking it this, there we go. Wow, I'm like, spin around circles till we find where we're going. But, yeah, no, he quit, guys. He quit years ago, and literally it went down like this. We had a bit of an issue on a Saturday, and I ended up walking out of his house because we were angry at each other, and I was not going to sit there and try to fake being happy and everything for a stream. So I literally just said, I'm not doing this, and I got up and walked out. And then everything was fine after that. I thought. I did my Monday stream that I was doing at the time, and he did his whatever Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever it was. Then I did my Friday stream, or no, sorry, back up. After his Thursday night stream, I think it was Thursday night, I was at my farm and came home, and he was at my house, and he looked super angry, and I didn't really want to talk to him necessarily. I was letting things kind of cool down, but he basically just said that he was done. And I remember looking at him and going, well, I'm not. So yeah. And then we didn't really have a lot of communication for a little while after that. He threatened to sue me because he felt like I owed him money for the name Puma Plow and equipment. Okay, the to me, and this is where I'm gonna stop the story and interject my opinion. He walked away, so to me, he wasn't owed anything. The other part of that, and there's more to why I say that. The other part of that was, at the time, like I was saying before, at the time we were making pretty decent money on YouTube, and you know, I was cutting grass at the time, and especially when we started Puma Plow, I was cutting a lot of grass, and he has his full-time job. You know, he had more money laying around because, you know, he had a real full-time job. I was cutting a lot of grass. I wasn't making as much money, obviously. I was still making money. And so when we started Puma Plow, he did put in more money. That's, you know, 100% the truth. He definitely put in more money, but all the money that we were bringing in was also going directly into his account. There was no separation. We didn't have a separate account or anything. To be completely honest, I've learned a lot through all of this, and if I were to do things again, there would be drastic changes. Like, you know, we would set up a separate account immediately as soon as we made a dime, with both of our names on it, and get us each a debit card with, you know, our name on it, that we could, need be, we could, you know, spend the money or whatever, or just get cash out and kind of quote pay ourselves. Whatever, you know, there's definitely changes that I would have made. But like I said, just a lot of what I would call creative differences between brothers. I mean, never easy working with family. Let's be honest there as well. And when he decided to quit, okay, let me back up again. Just before he decided to quit, he had this spreadsheet, because he was in charge of Puma Plow. He was in charge of the money. He did all of that. So, which is my kind of mistake of not being more involved with that, but at the time it was all going to him anyway. So he had a spreadsheet, a very detailed spreadsheet of every penny that Puma Plow had spent up to that point, and every penny that Puma Plow had, quote, made or earned at that point as well. And you know, we had actually taken, quote, a salary a couple times. You know, around Christmas we took, you know, $500-600 a person or whatever, to kind of just, you know, hey, let's have a good Christmas and buy some gifts for people, that kind of thing. A couple other months we did take some money out of it, but on that spreadsheet it showed that he got paid back for every dime he ever put in. And at least in my opinion, when you just go, I quit, and you throw your hands up, and keep in mind, Puma Plow was not a real business at the time. It was just something we were doing. You know, there's nothing legal that, you know what I'm saying? Nothing legal there. But basically, he walked away. So to me, if you had been paid back everything you had put in, outside, you know, obviously you're not paid for your time, because we weren't making that kind of money. Because the time was, you know, still today, but whatever, you know, you'd been paid back for any equipment you'd purchased in the past, software, games, whatever. Everything had been paid back, at least to my knowledge, because I'm pretty sure that's what he said about the spreadsheet. I never actually had access to the spreadsheet either. He had it on a computer. After everything went down, he threatened to sue me once, and I ended up going to his house with my dad and my buddy Casey, and we actually not repoed, but we went in and took a bunch of stuff. You know, 2 computers and an Xbox and cables and monitors and hard drives, and I had a computer share over there that was mine, and all this stuff. Just took it. And then he threatened to sue me again, and I wasn't gonna budge, but my mother actually stepped in, and she wrote him a check, and she never even really told me how much it was. I know it was a couple $1,000s. But I don't know beyond that. I think it might have been like $4,000 or something. It was outrageous. Mom, you know, just stepped in, and she was tired of the drama, and she wanted it to be done. And So yeah, like I said, I never really knew how much mom gave him, to be honest. I think it was around 4 grand. So she never really told me. She never expected me to pay her back. Never said anything about it. She just, that's what she did, you know? So I don't know if he ever even cashed the check. I have no clue. Or if he put it, I have no idea if he ever put it in his bank or anything. I have not a clue. Never talked to him about that. I never got to talk to mom about it, honestly. So I have no idea. I just know that he was paid, and after he got paid, he kind of just relaxed about everything. There was not a fair bit, but there was definitely equipment that I know Puma Plow purchased that I never got, which to me, if he was paid back and then I quote pay him a couple $1,000s, or mom did, all the equipment should come back in my possession, let's be honest, or mom's possession even. Come on. So that's just me. Whatever, I let that stuff go. It was a couple hard drives, some monitors, you know, different things like that. Whatever, I wasn't too concerned about it. But yeah, he just quit and left, and things were bad for a long time. And you know, you don't threaten to sue your own family, you know. That's just my opinion. Oh, and then that spreadsheet, by the way, that spreadsheet that I talked about so much, that spreadsheet vanished into thin air. And magically it wasn't in the recycle bin on the computer. The recycle bin was empty. See, at the time, we each had our quote computer at his house in our studio. And I didn't go on his computer ever, and he didn't really go on my computer ever. And yeah, magically that spreadsheet disappeared before I could get back over there to get that computer. Because the one computer, or actually both the computers, sat for several weeks at his house without, you know, me having really access to them. Because at the time I still had the first computer we built, which was the Beast. I still had that computer here, and that's how I was streaming and stuff. I was starting to have some issues with that, so I had to go secure what we called the stream machine at the time. Stream it, and it would game as well. Not in good quality at all, but it, you know, it did the job. But oh, we need our cultivator over here. I've been lollygagging just talking about this crap, and you know, anyway, so that's basically what happened. There's probably some details I've left out, but I'm just kind of over talking about it. I don't know why all of a sudden it's been coming up so much, but it really has been. And I'm not gonna say it bothers me, but it's like, you know, how many? Oh, I think I saw a comment for a Magnum. I think I saw, yeah, that's what I remember, a comment for a Magnum. Let's wait and we'll get a Magnum. That's a good idea. We need some more money. It's kind of like, okay, we're beating this dead horse, you know, he left, get over it, come on. But I understand at the same time there's new people, or not necessarily new people. There's old people that are just coming back. You know, there's a lot of people that have subbed over the years to the YouTube channel, and maybe they just quit watching for whatever, and then they saw, you know, the series, or just happened to see one of my videos and they went, hey, I wonder what's going on with them. And then, you know, when he's not here, I understand why people are asking, but it's been like 3.5 years or something silly like that. So it's, you know, on one hand it's like, okay guys, come on, we're beating this dead horse, like he left, get over it. But on the other hand, like, it's different people asking. So I'm okay with it to a point. To a point, I'm okay with it, but yeah, it gets a little old at the same time, you know. But I get it. I do. I understand. I'm sorry if, you know, like Rob, you've probably heard that rant a few times. I'm sorry, but that's a thing I definitely need to address from time to time, apparently. Is that he quit and wants nothing to do with any of this stuff. Somebody asked me a while back, they're like, is he making YouTube videos? I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know if he's making content at all. I don't know. I've been to his house. I don't think I've actually been in his house since the night we like repoed everything. I don't think I've been in his house. I've been to his house. I've been in his garage a couple times, but even that's been like 5 times maybe. I can count on one hand probably. And it was mostly just, yeah, it all had to do with Dad. You know, we were working on Dad's truck. We were, you know, working on his new truck, putting that truck cover on. We went over there. I didn't go in his house. I don't go in his house anymore. There's definitely boundaries that have been put up, and it's kind of just the whole thing now, you know. It sucks. It's unfortunate. Don't get me wrong. It sucks, but I also learned a lot. I'll never work with family again when there's actual like money on the line. I think money is the root of all evil. Let's be honest, it really is. You know, the whole Puma Plow thing started as a fun little thing to do, and it turned into making some decent money. I mean, what I consider decent money, like it was making like $800, $900 a month off YouTube, which really I don't think that's that bad, considering it's just 2 dudes sitting around, you know, playing video games, making some videos. Like, I know it's not like, you know, earth-shattering amount of money or anything, but there's more money than we were making before when we were sitting around playing video games for just as much time, if not more. Probably more time, actually, because yeah, no, it was probably more time we used to sit around and play video games before Puma Plow, because now I have to edit, so there's that. But back then, it was just, you know, we were having weekly game nights. For those of you that don't know the origin story here, we were having these weekly game nights anyway, and okay, 320 is our high. No, sorry, 430. Okay, looking at the kilowatt. 435, and then what do we want? You know me, I want tracks. I want either tracks or I want my road duels. That's what I want. Narrow duels. Yeah, we have enough money for that. Okay, let's buy that bad boy, and then we can throw that cultivator out there. Oh, that's loud. Oh, but those of you that don't know the origin story, we actually started these game nights at a different brother's house. Those of you that watch on Twitch, he's known as Lord James. He he's full of himself, first off, but he was living in a nearby town, a couple towns up the highway, and we just started. We actually, no, it goes back even farther than that. It actually used to be on Thursday nights, and it was because of on the old channel Tech TV way back in the day, they were playing Medal of Honor, like literally Medal of Honor, the first one on PC, and they would host these like nights where they would open it up and let people in and stuff, like a LAN party, but you know, just like multiplayer, right? Whatever. Well, they would have these rooms and they would just host and let people in, and so we always tried to get in with them. So we literally every like Thursday night we would go over to his house, and I say him, it's the one that quit. You guys know who I'm talking about. We would go to his house and we would sit there and play Medal of Honor and hope that we got an invite, basically, because you had to like sign up and then you'd get an invite, basically. And we actually did one time, but that was the one week that for some reason we couldn't like game, so we missed out on our one shot to join like Leo Laporte and like all those old guys from Tech TV. Yeah, I'm just gonna cultivate this end of the field off. I got to get over far enough where it registers that I'm in my field. I know I'm losing money right now, but okay, come on. This was just working. This was just working. That, or I'm gonna have to combine the other way and try to get all that. There we go. That'll work. I know I'm losing money right here, but the combine will actually combine. You know what I'm saying? So we started those game nights doing that, playing Medal of Honor, like the OG first Medal of Honor. And then we took a break from those game nights for a little while, and then we started them back up at Lord James's house, probably a couple years later or something. And it was a lot of like Madden and hockey. And then when some of the older guys, my older brothers, they'd get kind of tired of playing, then like my niece and I would sit there and play Halo or whatever, the hip games, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of evolved from there. We did some Rock Band and some Guitar Hero, and different stuff like that. I don't know, man. It was just a good time. We just played a lot of video games. And then when Lord James moved away, he moved up to northern Missouri. When he moved away, we kind of started up the nights over at his house, we'll say. We started up having the game nights over at his house pretty much every single Saturday. And, you know, it turned into like a whole thing. We did, you know, my buddy Casey would come over, his brother would come over a lot, and we'd, you know, get some pizzas and get some soda and, you know, occasionally like a pumpkin pie from the grocery store. Like, it was weird. We would just like go to the grocery store and just buy whatever looked good and then go to his house, sit around, play Xbox, and just eat junk and drink junk and whatnot. It was all in console at the time. He had you know, his TV in his living room with an Xbox, and then I would take my Xbox 360 pretty much every single week. We actually bought a 24-inch monitor together. That was like the first monitor that we bought that actually kind of led to Puma Plow, because we actually used it for Puma Plow quite extensively. And yeah, so there was that. Actually, I lost that monitor in the deal too, didn't I? I just thought of that. I lost that other monitor too. Anyway, whatever. Monitors, they can be replaced. Monitor lives don't matter. Okay, I mean, they do. They're kind of expensive, but you know what I mean. So we started, you know, just gaming every week. I'd sit in the corner in front of that 24-inch monitor and just game, and you know, my nephews would be there, and we had different people. We ended up having like a couple Super Bowl parties / LAN parties where we got that one. I think we had like 6 Xbox 360s going, plus the TV with the Super Bowl on it. Like, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, and then we kind of went, you know what? We're doing this. We might as well try to share this. And that's what I actually wanted to start Puma Plow like a year before we started, or 6 months at least before we actually started. I wanted to start Puma Plow. So there was that, and then it just took some convincing and whatnot, and coming up with a name and different things. Yeah, I actually wanted to start kind of my online career in a way. My other brother that lives in Georgia, him and we were going to start a podcast back in the day. And actually, that would be really fun if I could start that up with him now. But we were going to, I don't want to say the name, but we had a name all picked out, and we were going to podcast, but we didn't know the first thing. We didn't have any microphones. We didn't have any equipment. We always talked about it. We talked about it for like a good 2 years about, man, let's do this. We were cutting grass, you know, making decent money. We're like, yeah, let's do this. And we never did. I should try to like have I don't know, something with him involved. It would be cool. But I know he's like super busy. So there's that. Speaking of being busy, we're in bonus time. I got to go eat some lunch so I can stream in like 20 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and call this a video here. I don't know if I'll pick it back up during this harvest or if we'll pick it up after this harvest. Either way, I think we're in order, or we're due. I think we're due for a new piece of land as soon as we can afford it. So make sure you guys tune in for that next time. Hopefully we should be able to afford it off this harvest. Actually, we should. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Sorry for rambling times with John. Let me know if you enjoyed rambling times with John. They were rambly. I do apologize. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, this one's, like I said, it's going to come out at night, just because I couldn't get out of bed this morning. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and as always, toodles.